The fourth round of the French Open underway this morning. Women's #1 ranked player Iga Swiatek and American Coco Gauff both slated to play today. And on Sunday, Novak Djokovic defeating Juan Pablo Varillas in straight sets to reach the quarterfinals. American Sloane Stephens falling to #2 seeded Aryna Sabalenka. But the biggest story of the day, women's doubles. Two players forced to forfeit their third round match after one of them accidentally hit a ball girl in the deck after a point. Joining me now, Hall of Fame tennis coach Rick Macci. Rick, it's great to see you. I got to get your take. It was a big weekend for tennis. What do you think of what you've seen so far?
No, listen, this year they could call it the French Wide Open. That Nadal's not playing because he's been the king of clay. You know, it could be the French Wide Open. But let's talk about Djokovic. 22 Grand Slams. He's won 10 Australian, 7 Wimbledon, 3 U.S. Open, 2 French, 93 singles titles. He's back. He's looking great. But there's a new sheriff in town, Carlos Alcaraz. They're on a collision course in the semis. This Alcaraz guy is like the tennis world has never, ever seen. But there's amazing action over at Roland Garros. On the women's side, Iga Swiatek, she is #1. She's going for her 3rd title. The women's side's a little more fluid because you got some people retiring, Naomi Osaka, she's having a baby girl, so it's kind of wide open. But Swiatek is the leader in the clubhouse, but she could be playing Coco in the next round.
All right. And Nadal expected to miss 5 months after having basically, his arthroscopic surgery. That was his hip. But this is after, he hinted this might be his last season. Is he coming back? Is he retiring?
Well, I don't know for sure, but listen, he relies on his legs. He's the king of clay, 112-3 on clay. You can't make that up. 14 French Opens. The guy was a machine, and if you don't have your legs, it's going to be tough. But he has hinted this could be his last year, but the thing's wide open. But he's the greatest clay court player ever to pick up a racket, okay? He's one of a kind.
Rick, I've got Robert Herkovic with me today, and he's actually on the board of the U.S. Tennis Association. You got a lot of tennis people part of this interview today. Robert, go ahead.
Yeah, Rick, how exciting. I mean, I think I saw Djokovic play at the U.S. Open when he was going for the career win, and I happened to be in Australia when the country treated him so awfully, and then he came back this year. What do you think about Alcaraz? Is he the next Nadal? Is he going to be the clay court player everybody thinks he is?
Well, he's not only going to be the clay court player, he is a generational talent. I saw Joker, Federer, and Nadal, all these guys at the same age. This guy is amazing. His makeup speed, he has another gear. And if you have speed, that means you're going to get there and deliver the goods. But the wild card, he's a performer. He's like on Broadway. He'll lose a 20-ball rally and smile about it. You talk about flipping pressure in your head. The guy's amazing, and he's only 20 years old. But he's not only transforming how the other players are playing, he's transforming how you teach the game. He has a drop shot like no other. He'll do it anywhere on the court. He's changing the game. But listen, we all know it's so mental. This guy's a total package, and the best is yet to come.
Rick, we've got a lot of really great tennis gear on set today. I was serious when I said you've got tennis fans on board. I mean, but I have all these things from Court Girl, which is they're trying to really appeal to the younger generation. We need the younger generation, Liz, especially girls, to get involved in tennis.
Well, and by the way, people like Coco Gauff really kind of encourage that, right? Yep. Sloane Stephens. I'm wondering, do you think Coco Gauff has a shot? I mean, is she? The men seem to be, U.S. men seem never to kind of rise to the occasion these days. What about Coco?
Absolutely. Good friends with her father. At the end of the day, she's an Olympic sprinter with a racket in her hand. Mentally, she's so strong. Her backhand is money in the bank. Well, I guess that depends on which bank you got it, but her backhand is money in the bank. Okay, listen, she has one of the best serves on the tour. She plays doubles. She's #1 in the world. She's 6 in singles, and she's only 19. So at the end of the day, she's young. The best is yet to come. If she can get that forehand a little more under control, I think she eventually could be #1 in the world.
Rick, you need to be on set with us next time here in New York, because we're going to show you right now how bad my serve is. Right? I actually
Wow, you did it.
I
You didn't hit anybody.
I didn't hit anybody with a tennis ball on live TV.
Or the cameras.
It was a big
Wow.
job. The cameras didn't get hit, Rick. Come back. See us in New York next time. Go ahead.
All right, you got it.
Come back next time. Rick Massey, it's good to see you as always, sir. Can't wait for the Open. All right, coming up.